Hello team, right. VOLSKAYA. So, they're playing a pretty standard defense, you're playing a pretty standard attack, you're playing your usual, I guess this would be one of your comfort comps, which is fine. So, right off the gate you go in, really nice pick by Mongan, gets rezzed. Right, so, speed run for a positional mistake. This is feeding. Not necessarily the idea of taking an off angle on Hanzo, but just how you'd go about it. I think this is fine, especially because I'm guessing what the aim is to either just be shooting from here or to rotate around and try and shoot them up here while they are, as they're positioned on high ground. This is fine, however, ideally what I think you should be doing is waiting. Probably round here and just not peeking. You should be waiting for your main core to get set up, and the reason being is that once they, I assume the goal here is to rotate inwards and upwards and try and take high ground from them. However, when you do, and your team's in a position to start doing damage, every single person on the enemy team is going to instead be looking over here rather than at choke, which gives you the opportunity to start just firing arrows into whoever you can see. And they won't really be able to do anything about it, as Winston is most likely going to use his jump to get into your team. He won't be looking for you. However, because you have gone early and they know you're there, you are now an easy kill for their Winston. So this next kind of bit screams of indecisiveness for me. You're not really sure what you want to do, whether you want to back off or keep pushing. You're kind of staying in a really awkward spot, so I think you stabilize, which is good, and then you decide to keep pushing. Again, this is fine. However, Amzo makes a mistake here by sticking here and staying scoped in. He should have rotated with the team. I think Zood realizes this and tries to go back for him, and Ivory needs to be following him, as speed boost is going to be crucial for getting him across without dying. A better team, yeah, against a better team, Amzo would be dead right here. He wouldn't have lived that. So, you guys are pushing high ground, and already the flank is coming in handy. As aforementioned, they're all looking forward. None of them can get to you. He's going forward a bit. Winston comes in, gets immediately punished for it, which is really, really nice. That was a really good focus fire. This is a feed here from Mogan. I don't think you should ever be trying to take this fight. You will probably find staying by truck or up here. Subtext misses the res. That was awkward. Use nano. I think this is fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. It pretty much forces them to back off. I think no matter who you nano, just the kind of soundbite of Anna pressing nano for the enemy team is normally enough to kind of give them a moment of hesitation. So zoning on is fine. Amzo gets rolled in a second here. There he goes. That's a really nice boop from Ivory there. That guarantees you the kill. At this point they're feeding. Now remember you making the call to try and just leave Ash here. She goes down. And now for one of the bigger mistakes that you make a couple of times on this map. Right now you're down your Anna. Ivory has just amped in. Yay, you guys are charging forward. And your Anna is still in spawn. This is going to cost you the fight because you have no healing anymore. Yeah. You throw a beat into it, which is fine. I don't disagree with this beat. However, you start this fight down a healer. Yeah. So, going back here. Looks like In Flames gets isolated. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So In Flames gets isolated and is in trouble. Ghost attempts to go help, gets beamed down by Jarix and Reinsch, which is unfortunate. Yeah, a lack of focus fire there I think cost you the team fight. So at the moment you're down your Ana. And you guys are still pushing forward, and your Ana is still back there. You're still down your Ana. You're still down your Ana. And now you guys are going in without any of your healing. And Mogan dies as a result because no healing at all. Right, you managed to survive, but I think you get picked off here. You can stabilize this, but you need to be good on focus fire. It's unfortunate that sub takes the kill. However, the call needs to be made to get on there. Winston, nice. Let's play it back. Okay, messy, but at least you got some people out alive. Okay, so we've had 2 fights here, and both of those fights you went in without your main healer. So you've got a couple of ults here. Let's see what you choose to do with them. Right. Yeah, this is unfortunate here. I believe Amzo mentioned that Zood probably wants to end up blocking off the nade here. I don't disagree with that. I think it's a bit difficult to know in the moment to do that because this is it's a very rush comp. I think if you want to pull something like this off, you'd be playing a different comp than what you're running. You'd probably be running with like a Moira. However, that's just awkward. You guys get beamed down and you're dead. I can put that fight down to the fact that you guys were just down so much on resources. You've been getting out-ulted pretty hardcore at the moment. Right, so you take another position, you try to go in. And I believe I know what the call made here is.
Ain't no stopping me.
Okay, Nano onto Ghost. This monkey should be dying here. Okay, good. Let's push Zood and see what he does. So he's down. Yeah, so he's half HP. This fight, I believe, is cost because of Zood here. You get a really nice first pick on them. Primal has a lot of HP to burn through, which you do. You know, there's a lot of ult charge for your team. You've got the Grav Dragon. However, Ryan, on half HP, without any shield, decides that now is a good chance to push up. He gets beamed down and absolutely dumpstered. That was a mistake. And now you have no form of defense. Your DPS have somehow ended up in mini room, and they're going to get absolutely destroyed. I'm not even sure what to say there. Just Zood needs to be careful and watch his own resources before he pushes. So you've got Grav Dragon, you've got Beat, you've got Shatter. Ideally what you're looking to do here is isolate a couple of targets and try and get them down. The call is made for you to Grav Dragon the Ana. I think this is fundamentally incorrect, and I'll tell you why. So, you've tracked that they have ults. You should know that they have a Grav of their own, and that they probably have to ult by this point. You've decided that their Ana is their Grav target. Now, the Ana has always been playing from this back pillar here, this bridge here. She has never moved off this the entire game. When you are pushing in order to make it work that you are deciding to Grav their Ana, look at how many angles you need to try and push. Look at all this space you need to try and push through in order to get that out. So you're pushing in, At this moment here, you should be grabbing anything on this right hand side here. Absolutely anything. You're in a really great spot right here. They cannot push into you from right here, from where they are. You have a free Grav Dragon on any of these targets. You can put it in this corner, you can put it in this corner. but it should be done from here, from where In Flames is doing. In order to push into Anna, I'm going to assume you don't know where he is right here. Both of your tanks and your Hanzo need to push onto point, and you need to open your entire team up to these angles here. Now you know that their Zarya is up here. You saw her half a second ago when you were pushing in. Let's have a look. Let's go with In Flames' perspective, just because he's the one with the grav. So you now know that their Zarya is up here. From here you can see their Winston, you can see their Ashe. You know that there is at least 3 or 4 people up here. Yeah, the call is made to go for the Zarya, for the Anna. And now, like, there's no winning from this scenario right here. They have ult, yes, but you have given them this grav. You have given them this teamfight win here. And you have used 2 ultimates to kill a single person that doesn't matter. It was an incorrect play to make, and I think decision-wise, it was not optimal in the slightest. There were 2 or 3 different options you could have gone for here in terms of who to grav Dragon. You could have gone for here, you could have gone for here. Maybe when their Tor popped up, you could have gone for him, maybe not. Regardless, trying to push that far forward to get, or trying to push onto point without forcing anything from your opponents is just asking to be graved. It was a fundamentally incorrect play, and you lost the team fight as a result of opening yourself up to their ultimates without any resistance. Okay, so you go for the pharmacy now. I think this is okay. Pharmacy's pretty good on this map. It's definitely one of their strongest maps, just because of the angles you can take. However, right now you're about to suffer from the same problem. First of all, I don't think that holding here is good on Winston, just because it's really easy to spam. Like, you could put Dynamite in here, you can put Zarya right clicks in here, their Winston can jump up and force you down. I think ideally you're still waiting in choke, or you're rotating around here with pharmacy and holding down here. Right now you guys are pushed back, but you're not actually, you've set up for a push, but you've not gone in. However, Mongan and Ivory are making the mistake of going in here and giving up their position. This is incorrect because right now they're pushing in under the assumption that they're going to be followed up upon. And there's no way that's going to happen because, look again, your 6th person is still coming out of spawn. You guys have gone in and set up, but you've not kept in mind where each other are. You've got Mongan and Ivory who have pushed ahead of Amzo and Zood, who have in turn pushed ahead of In Flames. You're all at different stages of of your attack here. You've got your push, you've got your setup, and you've got your respawn. And once again, you're choosing to engage, but Amzo's been forced back, which I'm sure he's probably called. In Flames are still coming back, so you have no form of support. Mongan is dead set on attacking right now, but he has no support, so what's going to happen here? Well, what can happen here? There's no follow-up, there's no support. All of their backline is perfectly fine just looking at your pharmacy because there's no pressure on the front. I'm guessing people were getting quite flustered / frustrated at this point because you'd lost quite a lot up until now, and I think people were just not thinking about it properly. It's always important to, after every single fight, mentally reset yourselves and try and see what it is you're trying to do, and making sure that everyone around you is in the position to do so, even if you have to ask them, are you ready, are you ready? Just take the time to do so. I don't think you guys get the opportunity to retouch it. 20 seconds isn't enough. Amber gets teabagged by the monkey, unlucky. Maybe you get the touch. Yeah, monkey counter dives Ivory, that's unlucky. That's a lot of burst damage. Yeah, there's nothing you can do right here. They have the positional advantage, they've started offering people. That's a very sad Amso in the corner. Not the greatest attack. Definitely not the greatest attack.
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
Luckily this time there wasn't much positional problems, so much as there were just general Overwatch problems. I think fundamentally your ideas about how you wanted to attack that second point were just wrong. I think your ult usage was generally wrong as well. I think you threw a lot of the grabs.
Ready for battle.
So let's see how you defend.
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So you're playing Pharmacy on the defense.
Defend objective A.
Not terrible. I'll do like Pharmacy in general on VOLSKAYA is very good, I think, on attack or defense. So this comp that you're running here is fine. Positionally, I don't really have many complaints. It's pretty much where everyone wants to be. Maybe Ghost wants to be a bit either further back or kind of on the same floor. He's not got much protection there, but they're not running a sniper, so who cares? It's a nice first pick. Ryan just pushing behind, and he gets picked by Ghost. Ghost is doing a great job here. Okay, that was a bit weird. Ah, I see. Okay. Unlucky that the kill wasn't able to get there. Oh, and even more unlucky. Whenever you guys go for the res, good shield. You guys need to be backing the hell up here. Live, Mongan. Okay, nice. So you're in a good spot here. I think as long as your Pharmacy continues to play in this corner, I think you're going to be just fine. Really nice barrage. That was actually really, really nice. Really proactive. I did miss that. Let's go back and have a look at it. So on the complete opposite end to your Hanzo performance on Havana, you see the opportunity. The second you get out, you see the opportunity. You hit that Q button. Nice bubble from In Flames. This was just really nicely done in a very short amount of time. However, now you guys get a bit split, so let's hope you don't feed. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that you go down, but at least it's one of the more mobile characters. Then you'll switch to Lucio. So they're trying to get in fast. You guys are back, they're pushing quite hard. Nice off angle from Mongan. You know Widow's here. I think Mongan needs to be pushing their Widow. Yeah, nice. Well done, yeah. This was a wasted grab, I think. I don't think you needed this here. However, at least it was used to kind of clean up the fight, rather than just being held onto it forever. Not the best grab in the world, but far from the worst. We'll take it. It's unfortunate that you get picked off. They're going quite aggressive here. Yeah, the DPS just take off angles and completely roll you with their speed boost. Zood unfortunately shatters their shield. They grab. Yeah, you guys are done. Yeah, mighty unfortunate. So notice
New
how
defense point.
when their Anna got the
Objective
bad
B.
spawn and was behind, their Lucio was immediately going to pick her up, and every single person was waiting back for her. They weren't even bothering to try and push this choke. So let's see how they attack it in comparison to you. So, again, really nice barrage setup here. No complaints there. Really nice proactive play there. Again, this is night and day from Havana in regards to how Mogan is setting up his ults. Maybe just more comfortable on using barrage versus using dragon. Regardless, it's really nice. You switch to Genji here. I guess this is fine, but I do think Pharah is actually better here than in Genji. I think if you want to play projectile, you're ideally playing Hanzo. However, Genji is also fine. Once again, they nano a little bit early. And once again, like I mentioned on Havana, their Ryan looks for an off angle on Amzo. In this case, it becomes fight winning because Amzo is at nano. That's just really, really unfortunate that this happens. That Shadow completely won on this fight here.
Victory.
Let's go back and see what other people were doing. Right, interesting. So Ghost is up here, Inflames is pushing their Lucio. Okay, I don't agree with that. What gets him to that point? Yeah, that's a mistake. He should be helping his Rhine as much as he can here. Or he should be trying to be helping Ghost. Somehow Subtext manages to build a beat in like 3 team fights, which is really, really big. And unfortunately you guys lose because of that. That was such a nice shadow. Regardless, problems for this one were you guys didn't really know how to attack. There are a lot of your plans just didn't work out or weren't correct. This is a good one I think that you need to go over as a group, because I think a lot of people here mess up in different ways that result in your loss. The main one being awareness of what other people are doing, and maybe even communication about what other people are doing. Obviously, I don't know what was being discussed during the fight. I don't speak Norwegian. However, it's something you do need to try and figure out on how you want to communicate to each other, even if it's just I'm pushing, or if someone's calling I'm behind, that you're all accepting that this is what's happening and acting accordingly. Right, I will get around to doing King's Row probably another time, maybe tomorrow if I find it. It's a 20-minute game and there's a lot that goes on in there, so I want to rewatch it a few times before I upload it. Regardless, thanks guys. See you later.